Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. Today is auspicious Lalita Saptami, so the seventh day of Bhadrapada Masa Shukla Paksha, Lalita Saptami. Yesterday was Surya Sashti, Lalita Saptami on a Tuesday. So Skandha or Subramanya Aradhana, Lalita Aradhana, Ganapati Aradhana, all different Aradhanas. It is a good, wonderful Parva for all these Aradhanas. As we do the Varasiddhi Vinayaka Vratam, the Vratakatha consists of a story of Neela Apaninda. So today I thought of talking a little about what is Ninda, Apaninda, Neela Apaninda, and what is its role in our creative our creation or the world, and how it need to be dealt with, and what is the philosophical meaning of it. So Ninda means accusation or a fault or something, attributing a fault to someone. That is Ninda. So we are that is Ninda or accusation, or that is the simple thing. So somebody is first need to be accused, then that something can be a judge can go through the whole matter and figure out if that is true or false. True or false. Based on that, some justice can be advised what need to be done for that fault or whatever. So that is Ninda. Ninda is to accuse someone. Apaninda is without sufficient basis accusing someone is Apaninda. Neelapaninda is completely baseless allegation. So alleging someone of completely not responsible for a fault or a defect or something, putting on some pure thing as the impurity, superimposing an impurity on a pure thing is Neelapaninda. So in the Vratakatha of Varasiddhi Vinayaka Swami, we get two instances of Apanindas. Now one Apaninda, what we see is for the Rishi Patnis. So there is a period at which actually the Agni, the Lord of Fire, had actually taken the potency of Shiva. So the Skanda need to be produced. So the potency of Shiva has gone through several places to the Agni. Finally, it has been lodged in the Agni. So Agni, it need to be transferred to a kshetra where the Skanda can be bought. But the Agni actually gone with a moha on the Rishipatnis, and the Rishipatnis are doing a round circumambulation of after a yajna. So he got infatuated by their beauty, but he also felt very bad about such thing happening, and he went into the forest. So basically he, with that whatever has happened, the sinful act of he thinking wrong about the Rishipatnis, but the desire remained in his head. So his wife Swaha Devi recognized all his trouble and said, okay, what she did is she actually took the form of Rishipatnis. Other than Arundhati, 6 different wife forms of other 6 rishis of that kalpa, whoever they are, the 6 Rishipatni forms she has taken, and she went with Agni in the forest. So this actually caused each time on each Rishipatni form she has gone and taken the potency from the Agni, and she lodged that. There are like 6 different forms. Those six different portions of the Shiva's potency has been gained by Swaha Devi, and she lodged it in the Saravana Tatakam and the Saravana Bhava. Saravana has come, Kritikas have grown him up. So that is not related to the current story. But this has caused trouble to the Rishipatnis. They didn't do any mistake. They are not involved in this whole transaction at all. So they are doing their own job and going around. But people started thinking that Rishipatnis were involved in the whole transaction with Agni. So this Apananda need to be removed only by all of them going to Brahma and Lord Brahma with Divya Drishti, being able to see what exactly has happened, and with all these things revealed, all these things, saying that to remove the Apananda on the Rishipatnis. So Rishi Panchami, we would have celebrated the and worshipped the Rishi Patnis, Rishis, Rishi Patnis, Rishi Panchami to remove any impurities. So it gives this. Another Nilapananda, or the another accusation, is on none other than Krishna Paramatma. Krishna Paramatma has taken so many Apanandas. Jaratvam, Choratvam. People attribute him to be a thief. He stolen things from gopis' houses, stolen gopis' dresses. All this stealing, all the Jaratva, Choratva are attributed to him, but he has nothing, no defect on him. To exemplify the same matter, the Apananda on him is he wanted the Syamantakamani. Why did he want Syamantakamani? What is the reason for him? He only wanted to protect that great money, and he said to Satrajit, you give this to Ugrasena Maharaja, so that king will protect this. So he has neither asked for the money nor he wanted the money, but because he suggested something to Satrajit, later Prasena took it, and because of Asaucham only, Prasena has been killed by the lion, and lion has been killed by Bhalluka, that is Jambavanta, and Jambavanta took that, and this whole thing fell on Krishna Paramatma, saying that Krishna only stole this money. So, reason for all these things. Then Krishna went to figure out all these things. He fought with Jambavata, get Jambavati as the wife, and then again Satrajiti as the wife. Satrajit's daughter also he got as wife, and he gave the money back. At the time, Satrajit offered the money also to Krishna, but Krishna said, no, I don't want. Then again somebody goes and kills Satrajit. That also comes on to the Krishna, and all those things will happen. Finally, the money will end up with the pure person. There is somebody called Akrura. So Akrura, so this money went to Akrura. Krishna has got freed from this thing. But for all these things, what is the philosophical reason for this? Means seeing Chandra Chadi Ahlade. So Chandra means the one who is the lord of all the enjoyments is Chandra. Chandra is the mind, Manas. Manas is the reason for all these accusations. So what happened? The true power which runs this whole world, this microcosm, this body, this person, is something called the Jiva. Jiva, or the supreme, the reflected supreme energy in this instruments is called the Jiva, Jiva Tattva. Jiva is ever pure. Jiva is never limited by the body, mind, or intellect. So that is symbolically we represent that Jiva as the Prithvi Tattva, or the Mooladhara, Kshetrasthita, the Lord Ganeshwara, or the Ishvara of the Ganas. All these groups of bodily limbs, organs, karmendriyas, jnanendriyas, eyes, ears, nose, all these things, hands, legs, etc., etc. All these ganas are led by the Ganapati, who actually empowers them to do their activities, give that, it is known as Prana Shakti, Chit Shakti, Chitta Prana combination of it, which allows all these things to happen, is the Ganapati. Jiva, the owner, ever pure. But he not only been accused of limitation, but also laughed at by the moon. Moon thinks that moon is the owner of all these things. He is enjoying. That is moon represented by the Ahankara Purita. So what is enjoined with the Ahankara, the individuality, the Ahlada, Chandra, Indra, whatever, Indriyas, all these Indriyas under my control. So I am only enjoying, I am suffering also. Basically, suffering and enjoyment come together. So this Ahankara, when it disregards the actual power or the supreme power which is there in this kshetra, that causes Nilapaninda. Then Mother Goddess Lalita Devi, she gave the curse saying that whoever sees or looks at the moon will get the Nilapanindas, will be accused by people, say, with something which they are not responsible for. So that is the essence of the story. Then because of this Rishipatni's thing, it has been reduced, saying that okay, we cannot, because they have seen the moon. So they have seen the moon, just by seeing the moon you get Nilapananda. So you cannot live without seeing the moon. So only on the Bhadrapada Shukla Chaviti you should not see the moon. That is the next reduction of the thing it has been done. Then after the Samantakopakhyanam, after Krishna getting Jambavati and Chhatrajiti as wives, he got it reduced to saying that whoever worships Ganapati on that day properly, according to the Kalpakta, listens and understands this, even if they see moon, they will not get the Nilapanindas. So that is the way the whole curse, the Nilapanindas. So in this process, any Nilapaninda, any act happens for something good. So if Skanda need to be produced, the Tarakasura need to be killed, or some great benevolent activity to be done, some activity need to be done. In that activity, some defect is attributed by ignorance. Basically, the ignorant people are the ignorance. So the ignorance is something which is that ignoring the true nature of the reality is something that causes this accusation or the limitation. Accusation is nothing but limitation or superimposing a defect. So that is the philosophical meaning of this Nila Apaninda. Nilapanindas and their removal. So in the current Kali Yuga, basically the bhakti, ignorance is high, low amount of bhakti, not being able to subtly understand these things are always there. So majority of Nilapanindas are there. We keep seeing, we keep worshipping that Chandra normally, the Chadi Ahlade. Again, Chandra means that one which gives enjoyments or whatever, which feels that rejoicing of the Indriya Sukhas is the Chandra. So mind, basically, the mind is one which takes us, lifts us into high spirits. Mind is the one which brings us into the low spirits. The lunations and lunatics are there. Everything relates to the moon or the lunar cycles. So this cycle, it goes on. Again, tomorrow's Ashtami is Radhashtami. It has become a very important tithi because of multiple combinations. It is Budhashtami, Jyeshtashtami, Radhashtami. So Radhashtami coming on Wednesday, and Jyeshtha Nakshatram. It is a Nilad Jyeshti. It is the Jyeshtha moon with Jyeshtha, basically moon with Jyeshtha on a Wednesday, and Ashtami. All these things coming together, it is a wonderful Radhashtami. So again, Radha is another form of Supreme. Lalita Saptami, Radha Ashtami, Dorva Ashtami. Then Navami, Dasami, Ekadasi is called Parsha Parivartana Ekadasi, mid of the Chaturmasya Vratam, 2 months are over. So Lord Vishnu turns his side, he turns from one side to other side. And Shravana Nakshatram Dwadasi will be Vamana Jayanti. Again, Vamana is also the small, Ganapati is also small, short person, and then he only will be Trivikrama. He, in reality, he Idam Vishnur Vichakrame Tredha Nidhate Padam. So with 3 feet he covers the whole of it. Whatever existing with 3 feet he can cover. So that is the Trivikrama. Trivikrama Swarupam, but he appears as Vamana. He goes and asks alms. He appears to be deceiving Bali. Bali is another Swarupa of our positive Ahankara. So which has certain things. So overall, right from Varaha Jayanti are the first 15 days of this Bhadrapada Masa is a sequence of great parvas of removing the superimposed accusations on the Supreme Reality and recognizing the ever pure nature of Supreme Reality and ever power, the supreme power of that Supreme Reality. Beyond the scope of mind, Ahankara, Buddhi, Mercury, Chittam, all these things. All these different internal components of the internal instrument, external instruments, Indriyas, Karmendriyas and Jnanendriyas, forming different ganas, different forms, these ganas. And may this period is a great period of Dakshinayanam again. It is a Karma Pradhanya month which is full of action, doing vratas, performing homas, performing tarpanas, then followed by Pitru Tarpanas, Mahalaya Paksham. It gives a wonderful opportunity for all the things needed, all the prerequisites needed for realization. What are the prerequisites? Runa Vimochanam. So, removing all the runas. Aruna is runa, not having runa. Runa is debts, all types of debts. Devarunam, Rishirunam, Pitrunam, and Vasanakshayam. So, there are 3 vasanas. Deha Vasana, this body I am. Shastra Vasana, I know the Shastras very well. That is the second Vasana. Loka Vasana, whatever I am saying, whatever I am doing, people should accept. This world should consider I am good. These are the 3 vasanas. So, Deha Vasana, Shastra Vasana, Loka Vasana need to be removed, and Deva Pitru, Rishi Runas need to be also removed. Only after doing those 2 things, highest realization or the moksha is possible. The passport for moksha will be available only with these particular prerequisites fulfilled. So the time period comes as cycles, Pradakshina Pade Pade. So every year there is an opportunity. Dakshinayanam comes, Bhadrapada Masam will come, all these vratas will come. But those who are attentive to it can make use of these parvas in the right way, with the right attitude, with the right action, with the right emotion towards it, thereby reaching their highest goal. So again, wishing one and all a great parva, great month of Bhadrapada, specifically on the Lalita Saptami, Radha Ashtami, upcoming Navami, Dasami, Ekadasi, Dwadasi, till Ananta Padmanabha Swami Vratam is on Chaturtasi, that is called Ananta Padmanabha Chaturtasi, followed by Purnima and all. We will, that is in English they call it as a super moon. We reach that super moon of Bhadrapada Masa, where moon will be in Purva or Uttara Bhadrapada Nakshatra. So, such a great period. We are in the middle of that period. We have come to the Saptami of our current Bhadrapada Navaratris. May this be very auspicious to one and all, and may people don't accuse, put the Neelapanindas or get the Neelapanindas from others. With that wish, we will close today's talk. Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. Swasti.